Man, what a game. The physicality that both teams brought tonight was unbelievable. I thought our guys did a heck of a job tonight. To see that they had 22 turnovers and we were able to capitalize off those turnovers was huge. We got to keep having active hands throughout the ball game and try to get as many deflections as possible and hope those can turn into points going the other way. We keep talking pace. We got to keep playing fast, even faster than what we played tonight, because that's how we play. We generate a lot of points just by us pushing the ball in transition. But on top of that, having a pace about our game in the half court too has to be huge. Our ability to offensive rebound in game one and tonight was big. Especially, we're obviously not shooting the ball like we normally do, and that's part of being in the playoffs. But we want that thing we want to let it fly. We want our guys to let it go. If they see a hint that they like, let it go. We trust them, we believe in them. They've been shooting the ball well all year, and we know we're going to have a few games where we really break out. When we do, if we can keep that same physicality and sense of urgency that we're having defensively, it can turn into a big win for us. What was huge was also for us in the second half is we had 2 turnovers in the second half. We had 12 in the first half that kept them in and gave them a lot of life. And for us to be able to be strong with the ball, we talked about the game being a physical game, so you had to be strong with the ball, especially when you tap that paint. For us to be strong with the ball like we were in that second half and only end up with 2 turnovers was huge. You take your hat off to Foxy, big buckets down the stretch. He had a big 3 right in front of our bench that was phenomenal. Domantas, he's an all-star, and he showed tonight why he is an all-star, and he should be all-NBA like Foxy. Both those guys were really stepped up tonight, and they were big for us like we need them to be. But I tell you what, our bench with Malik continues to be aggressive, continues to play the right way. We need him to be aggressive like he is, because I don't know if I've seen a guy, especially a 6-man like that, be able to make plays the way he does for himself and or for his teammates. But Davion Mitchell was good. You're not stopping Steph. Steph had 28. And when a guy scores 28, you think that somebody did a halfway decent job on him. But Steph is the greatest of the great. You're not stopping him. You're not going to slow him down. You just want to try your best to make him work, and that's all Davion's doing. He's trying like the Dickens to make Steph work, and we know Steph's going to bring it down in San Francisco. He's going to let that thing fly, and we all have to be conscious of trying to help Davion or Foxy or whoever's guarding him, because he can win a series for that team any day of the week. But I got to give credit to Davion for trying to fight over screens and through screens and all that other stuff. I don't know if he can do a better job, which is again a testament to Steph's greatness with the 28 points. So phenomenal game. Our crowd again. I don't know if I don't feel like I've ever been in a building that's as loud as this. It's deafening. My grandson has come to 2 games. I gotta ask his mom if he needs to. If we need to get a nanny, because I'm worried about his eardrums, even though he's got these big old things on his head.
Yeah, James Ham, ESPN 1320. Mike, it's a great win for you guys, but it's kind of marred by the situation with Draymond. Have you seen a player stomp on another player like that? And then, again, go with the crowd, stand up on the scores table or the bench area and do what he did like tonight. And I know you know him personally. Just what are your thoughts on that entire scene?
Yeah, I didn't see what he did afterwards, but for sure it's it's a flagrant 2 for sure, and it'll be interesting to see what the NBA does after they review it. But I didn't see the aftermath.
And Domantas, is he all right? Have you heard?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think he might be getting checked out now, getting X-rays and all that stuff, because it was pretty hard stomp.
Sam Amick, The Athletic. Mike, you talked pregame about when these guys win in the playoffs, you just kind of let it ride and you're loving them up. But you go into this postseason, you didn't know what you get from each of these guys, and to win a game like this against that group when you're talking about the drama like with Draymond and the grit aspect of it, is there part of you that takes a step back and is pleasantly surprised and enjoying the way they're stepping up here?
I am enjoying it, because like you said, like I've been saying, we've had a good regular season, but we haven't been on a stage like this. And you think that it's gonna go a certain way because they played at a certain level throughout most of the year, especially when they were on the road and in tight situations. But you don't know until you experience it. And there's going to be a lot of firsts for us, a lot of tests for us. Every game we win in a situation like this, it's going to get harder because they're first of all the reigning champions. They have a championship DNA that is irreplaceable with as many guys, and including their staff, that have won at a high level. And so every loss, in my opinion, is going to make them that much more desperate, which in turn, it's like I said it before, it's like a wounded animal. That wound is just getting bigger and bigger, and when that happens, we know and they know they're going to have to crank it up a notch and fight even harder. So it's going to get tougher for us each game.
Mike, through 2 games, you guys have shown kind of the ability to remain composed in high intensity situations, and I think that altercation kind of would fall under that. How much do you feel, I know you're speaking for yourself for a minute ago and seeing the altercation, but how much did that maybe bother your team and maybe upset them in this game?
Yeah, I mean, nobody likes to see that done to their teammate. In the same breath, you hit it on the head. We have to exceed their physicality on both sides of the ball. We have to play with a sense of urgency on both sides of the ball. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of stuff that's going to happen out there. And so we got to be smart with how we react, we respond, and our guys have been poised. And so I take my hat off to our guys because there's a lot going on out on that floor.
Tony Harvey, NBC Sports Radio. Coach Brown, after that scenario, Sabonis, Warriors come back and tie at 93, I believe, and 95 or something like that. Your team, Fox hit a couple baskets. Just want to get your thoughts. Your team, in that moment, sticking with it no matter what, and then pulling out the win in those last few minutes.
Yeah, we said this all along. Whether we're up big or we're down big, we have to stick to what our game plan is. We got to keep trying to play fast. We got to keep trying to be physical, and we can't worry about what the score is or how much time is left in the game. And they're a great team. I said it before. They're going to take the lead down the stretch. They're going to tie the game down the stretch. They may be in front down the stretch. Who knows? But we got to keep grinding and see if we can find a way. During this time of the year, you just find a way to win, and our guys did.
Jordan Lattimore, Kings Digital. Coach, you talked pregame about, wanting to get a win no matter what, and, talking about your guys stepping up. Obviously, last game, you saw Alex Len kind of step up in that role and provide that interior force presence, and then tonight, you saw Davion step up and hit some great, some clutch shots and provide that great defensive pressure. Just wanted to ask you about the guys stepping up from the bench and coming through and delivering in the playoffs in a huge moment like this.
Yeah, we've had a lot of guys step up, but you hit it on the head. I talked about Davion's defense, but the three that he hit in front of our bench was huge. And, you know, he works his tail off daily to be able to knock down shots like that. He also hit a couple pull-ups that were big for us. So all our guys know that they understand what a good shot, what a great shot is, and if they see any daylight at all, we're encouraging them all to let it fly.
Right there.
Hey, Coach, Luke Serio, ABC 10. Obviously, 2 big wins at home. Now you get a chance to take this series back to San Francisco. Is there anything that you're looking forward to, or you're excited about being back in that building again, or getting a chance to be there wearing some different threads?
I'm looking forward to going home, going to sleep tonight. That's it. We'll figure that out later.
Coach Scott Marsh, your Sacktown Sports